What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel. Guys, let's go ahead and address this situation involving Judge Greg Mathis. Now, yesterday I reported on this and told you all that he was under investigation for an altercation that he had with a valet at a Detroit bar and grill. Now, Judge Greg Mathis said that the guy had his keys for over 40 minutes instead of leaving it at the valet station. So when he was ready to go, that another person of the staff could have got the keys and went and got his whip and brought it back to him so he could leave. Now, yesterday, TMZ reported that it was a 15-minute wait, and that 15-minute wait has expanded to a 40-minute wait. And Judge Mathis had every right to be upset in that situation, but it still doesn't justify the accusation that Judge Mathis spit on the valet. It doesn't justify that at all. Now, guys, I'm going to play you a clip of Judge Mathis explaining to us what happened, all right? And then I'll be back.
It was a 40-minute wait.
40 minutes?
Yeah, it was a 40-minute wait. And when he came, yes, I yelled at him and asked why would he take my car for 40 minutes or the keys to my car. And he began to apologize. And then he said something, I think, I went to the store or something that was more ridiculous than the apology. And so we had a little verbal back and forth, and that was the extent of it. It was no spitting. You know, there were 6 witnesses there. If they want to ask them, I was standing there outside of the place with the owner's son, who had asked if I wanted to even do something about it. And I said, no, let it go. And that was the extent of it. You know, I don't know whether this is a money grab, which I suspect it is. But, you know, this happens all the time. Unlike what one of your colleagues said, people get accused all the time, and it's not true. I shouldn't have went back and forth yelling, but of course, anyone waiting 40 minutes and then the guy comes up and says that he had the keys in his pocket instead of leaving it with the other staff is fine. And the other part, from my understanding, he has not filed a police report. In fact, the owner of Floods or the son, I asked if they needed me to talk to anybody. He said no. So I don't know where this is coming from. I know the lawyer who is representing him. I've known him for 30 years. And it hasn't been a friendly relationship. And by the way, I just come out with some soul food on my stomach and have a 30-year stomach condition that required medicine that was in my trunk. So that didn't help. I needed my stomach medicine.
All right, so we heard what Greg Mathis had to say in regards to what happened that night between him and the valet, and he admitted that he was upset. And who wouldn't be upset after waiting for 40 minutes because the valet then took your keys? And I told you yesterday that I think that the valet probably took the keys trying to get a tip because he recognized who Judge Mathis was. Now, something didn't sound right because yesterday in the receipt I read to you all, it stated that the guy said that he took 20 minutes due to the simple fact that he had to go and retrieve a car that was parked way out there. And that's why it took him that long. Now, Judge Mathis is saying that the dude said he had to go to the store. And when you take into account that you have the keys to a Rolls Royce, and Judge Mathis has been standing out there for 40 minutes waiting on that expensive ride, Judge Mathis may have spit on that man because he got so angry and forgot all about it, and now he doesn't have any recollection of what he did in the heat of the moment. But anyway, with that said, we're about to find out if Judge Mathis made any contact with his spit, because according to the valet, when Judge Mathis allegedly spit on him, some got on his jacket. So the valet has been instructed by the lawyer to turn in the jacket so they can send it for testing to see if they can retrieve Judge Mathis's DNA. All right, so real quick, let's take a look at those receipts from TMZ. All right, Judge Mathis's altercation with a valet just got a little more interesting. The man claiming he was spat on upon by the judge believes DNA will crack the case. Mathis strongly denies spitting on the valet, who kept the TV judge waiting, he says, for 40 minutes as the valet ran errands with the judge's Rolls Royce keys in his pocket. But the valet's lawyer, Carrie Mitchell, tells us the loogies are going to the lab. Mitchell claims Mathis didn't just spit in his client's face, he also launched some saliva on the valet's shirt with a separate spit. Even worse, the lawyer alleges Mathis walked over to some people nearby and bragged about what he just done. The lawyer says there are at least 2 witnesses who can back up the valet's story. The valet filed a police report for assault and Detroit detectives are investigating. Mathis tells us he has at least 6 witnesses who can back up his account, that he had words with the valet, but it was liquid-free schooling. All right, so we heard what TMZ had to say in regards to this matter. And the one thing that I want to point out is the fact that this lawyer is not playing. This lawyer is playing hardball, actually. Now, Judge Mathis did allude to the fact that him and that lawyer did not get along. So this lawyer is going as far as to take the jacket and send it to the lab to make sure that Judge Mathis's saliva, DNA rather, was not on that coat. Now, the one question that I have, where are the cameras? Because that's a popular joint in Detroit, and you would think that they would have some type of surveillance that could capture the altercation and to put us up on game on what really went down. You know what I'm saying? And also, it would shed light on that particular valet. Do you have cameras, in the parking lots of where the valet are parking these cars? Because you can see his activity and expose him for what he really did. Like, if he's going to the store and he's gone for 40 minutes, then you need to relieve him of his duties. Listen, this is the thing. I can't sit here and say that Judge Mathis did this. This is Uncle Mathis, right? But I'm not going to discount or discredit the accuser either in this case, because we don't know. It doesn't sound like Judge Mathis would do something like this, but I live by that code. You can't trust nobody. And just because he's a judge doesn't eliminate him from the fact that he can't have bad behavior and do something egregious to someone that needs to be called out and that he needs to be held accountable for. You see what I'm saying? So I'm neutral. I'm not going to sit here and side with anyone, but that is Uncle Mathis, right? And we hope that he didn't do something as egregious as that, But anyway, family, I want to hear from you all. Drop down in the comments and give me your true thoughts and assessments, all right? Do you think that this valet is just upset because he got embarrassed out there and Judge Mathis gave him a verbal chastising and he's trying to take this to the full out extent to try to get his face back, you know what I'm saying? And also to get some money. Or do you think that there could be a possibility that Uncle Mathis actually committed this egregious crime? Drop down in the comments and let a brother know. All right. So with that said, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll get with you in the next video. All right. Have a great day. Peace.